it's important to me that the Chevra meets each other. I want Binny, Del to meet Yosef. They know each other. Matt to meet Yosef has given a tremendous, Yosef Kasper has given tremendous to the whole. We've gained so much. I want the guys who've poured their sincerity and idealism and shared it with us. I want Yisrael Norman and Yosef to meet. So thank you, Yosef Kasper. We're getting close to the end because it's time to go watch AB fly. And so I want to share a word I've never said publicly that I want to say here. It's quick. And I need to share. Gavriel shared with us, despite he has a sore throat. That's his gorgeous voice conquers that too. But he shared. So I want to share this with Gavriel very, very quick. A quick word for the Chevra on this. Really, Rav Ezi spoke about this, and we're talking about uniting as a people. We have different voices and different opinions. Please listen to a quick shot in the Mishnah. Klal Yisrael is learning the 5th parak of Abbos. Please listen, a very quick shot. Kol machlokes she l'shem shamayim. Any machlokes that's l'shem shamayim, soifai l'skayim, will keep on happening. We'll see in a minute. Any machlokes not l'shem shamayim, the machlokes is going to end. What's a machlokes l'shem shamayim is Hillel and Shammai. What's a machlokes not l'shem shamayim is Kairach. V'chol adasai. Any reader of this Mishnah has a kasha. When it's saying a machlokes l'shem shamayim, it says Hillel and Shammai. So it should say a machlokes not l'shem shamayim. It should say Kairach and Moshe. But it doesn't say that. Machlokes l'shem shamayim Hillel and Shammai. Machlokes not l'shem shamayim Kairach and his Eidah. It takes two to tangle. There has to be somebody else. So at the simplest level, it's a Chil Hashem. It doesn't want to say Moshe. But that can't be the deepest pshat. It can't be the deepest pshat, Matan, because there's no such thing as a machlokes without another side. There's no such thing. It's saying a sentence that doesn't make sense. Machlokes not l'shem shamayim is, if a boxing announcer's announcing in the one corner and he announces a contestant, and then he ends, there's no boxing match. Turn off your television. It's only a boxing match. It's only a machlokes. I never in history had a machlokes, one man against no one. That's not a machlokes. There's no boxing match, one contestant against no one. So the Mishnah doesn't make sense. No Mishnayos could be. How do you write a Mishnah that doesn't make sense? It's protecting Moshe's honor, but it doesn't make sense. What's the machlokes not l'shem shamayim kairach? Yeah, kairach and there's no such thing. The machlokes l'shem shamayim, it gives us both contestants. It gives us Hillel and Shammai. The machlokes not l'shem shamayim is kairach. Now you're going to wait forever because you're never going to hear the other contestant. The Mishnah's a pella. That wasn't the pshat. That's like at the superficial level. Doesn't want to say Moshe, but you can't write a Mishnah that's like flawed. The Mishnah's, so you'll hear even better. It's true you can't say Moshe, but there's something deeper. Says Rabbeinu Yoina, this pshat I've never said publicly, but I want to share this with Yitzi. Today I'm sharing this because the Chevra, what's happening here deserves such a pshat. It's coming out. The pshat is like this. Rabbeinu Yoina says, Rabbi say, a machlokes l'shem shamayim, you would think it says everybody ends up loving each other. It says soifai l'skayim is going to keep on going. The gift of a machlokes of two people. We do not hope amongst our nation. Please don't hope that we don't have Svard, Ashkenaz, Satmar, Bobov, Lubavitch, Breslov, all the different branches. Please don't hope we lose the branches. It's good we have different thoughts, different ideas. There are many ways of serving Hashem. A machlokes l'shem shamayim means that the two people who see things different respect each other. They Hillel recognized the need for a Shammai, and Shammai recognized the need for a Hillel. There was respect, there was Ava v'Shalom beineim, as the Gemara Yevamos describes to us. Emes v'Shalom ahevu. There was tremendous love between them. Is Seifai Liskayim is Wazoicha, they keep on fighting. It's a schos. Hillel and Shammai's fight produced our people. The beautiful different perspectives. People who don't respect each other sadly stop fighting. It's a klala. It would be tragic if we didn't have beautiful different voices when we speak about the unity of our people, of benching Yidden, of seeing good in Yidden, of being nice ba'olim chaveroi. We do not speak about not having different perspectives. Continue to hold on to your perspective. However, recognize that he's entitled to his. And not just entitled, but the world needs his perspective, as it does yours. Hillel and Shammai had a tremendous love for each other. Seifai Liskayim, as the machlokes keeps on going. We continue to study both perspectives. We continue to be impacted. The most tragic thing is when something's not l'shem shamayim, the ego's involved. It's not about respecting another yid, it's about trampling another yid. Then the machlokes sadly ends. And the very Mishnah that wants to say, what's the machlokes not l'shem shamayim? There's only one contestant, because that's precisely it. Forever you are not linked to another. Hillel and Shammai are linked together, for they debated l'shem shamayim. So the machlokes l'shem shamayim, both contestants remain in the ring. Is Hillel and Shammai. The other machlokes not l'shem shamayim. In one corner is Kairach. Mishnah's over. Nobody's in the other corner, my friends. A machlokes not l'shem shamayim. How tragic. Kairach is not linked to a contestant. It wasn't l'shem shamayim. The other side is not mentioned. The Mishnah itself is an expression, and it's like a frustrated Mishnah. In the one corner, Kairach. The Mishnah ends forever. There's nobody in the other corner. It wasn't l'shem shamayim. The machlokes is over. It's not a machlokes anymore. In one corner is Kairach. Hillel and Shammai, the machlokes goes on. There's still two contestants. It's Seifai Liskayim. Forever it matters. This opinion and that opinion. The gift of a good machlokes, of two people respect each other, is both voices were necessary. Rav Shach and the Lubavitcher Rebbe had a machlokes. Both their names are still in the ring. And Klal Yisrael is richer and better, for there were two perspectives. We're a better nation. They both remain in the ring. Lubavitcher Rebbe and Rav Shach, and they're farbringing and maybe even arguing in Shamayim, by the way. But it's l'shem Shamayim, it's Seifai Liskayim. But a machlokes that's not l'shem Shamayim sadly ends. You're not zeicher to keep the machlokes going. It doesn't stay eternally relevant. In the one corner is Kairach. The machlokes ended. How tragic. Anybody who would study machlokes, what happened to the other corner? It's not Seifai Liskayim. There's no further conversation because it wasn't l'shem shamayim. So we have to remember, Rabbi say, when we speak about respecting Yid and loving Yid, one good doesn't mean that we all have the same opinions. There are groups, there are factions. Blessedly so. Blessedly so. There's something called Lubavitch Hasidus with its shittas, which my Rebbeim didn't subscribe to all the shittas, but boy am I impacted l'tayv from them. There's Satmar Hasidim, my Rebbeim didn't teach all their shittas, but boy am I impacted. It's Seifai Liskayim. Don't get confused. Don't oversimplify. A machlokes is valid. They're different things different people bring to the world. Don't be afraid of a different opinion. That's not what we're yearning for. We're just yearning for Hillel and Shammai, for two opinions that respect each other. that validate the existence of the other opinion. And then it's Soifei L'Skayim, we get to argue tomorrow and the next day. Hillel and Shammai are very much still in the ring, because it's L'Shem Shamayim. And then it beautiful, Hillel brought Hillel to the world, and Shammai, Shammai, and we are the better for it. So very, very important idea when we speak about the response to challenge is not, we're not being mevatel the factions. There are still different shvatim. Yachad Shivta Yisrael, the shvatim are united, but it doesn't say Yachad Yisrael, it's Yachad Shivta Yisrael, they remain shvatim. All of us should be zeicha to see a day where Klal Yisrael, not just to see a day, but to take part. It's really, really appreciate everybody coming today. And the unity we see today, brothers, mamish sheves achim gam yochad, brothers together. This unity that we're experiencing today, we need to get back. We didn't hear Aryeh Barnett enough. We didn't hear Ezi Hirsch. We have much more to hear from Chaim and Eli. There's too much with Eli David. There's much more to hear. So it just means we have to do this more often. That's for sure. I'm going to invite everybody. Right after we dance, a quick record. I have to dance Rabbi Cohn, but everybody's invited. We're running remarkably. The guys see you can always improve. We're running with time that impressively. The game was supposed to be. The game was 5 to 6. We're a little late, but the little late is understandable. People were coming from big distances. We'll start the game immediately after we dance, but everybody's invited for the gym to see Alumni against Varsity. It'll be fun. And I really, really appreciate everybody for making the trip out. Thank you.